everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 12 rounds in the welterweight division between these two great warriors. Miguel Cotto's ring walk, something special in the air. You can just sense it out of him. He's making his way down to the ring, and he does so with a confidence where he knows he put all the hard work in, and he's ready to explode inside those ropes.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miguel Cotto. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Chico.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Opening round here. See if they go the full 12 tonight. We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Well, he really digs in when he decides to throw that uppercut. Good job. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. That was off the mark. This is great action right from the start. What an opening round between these two. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Chico's doing a nice job. He just got away from that power punch. For many, many years with Miguel Cotto, we've heard, oh, he's the next Trinidad. That pressure of trying to carry that Puerto Rican flag into the new age. Some pressure there?
Yeah, there is pressure there. Good pressure, though, because just like Trinidad, I think that he hooks himself, couples himself up with it, with the pride of the Puerto Rican people, that when he goes in that ring, he doesn't go in there alone.
Miguel Cotto, a good block. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Good looking counter punch. Unable to land that shot. Good block by Chico. Final 10 seconds. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. End of the round here. And as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Get on that.
Here we go, round 2 is underway. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. You can see that eye starting to swell up. Do you think it takes time for guys to realize the damage that they've taken on?
You know what? They feel it right away. They feel something, and it starts getting a little higher. They see it. They see something that's blurring their vision a little bit, something that wasn't there before.
Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Halfway through round number 2. If I'm his opponent, I look at that eye and I say, that's the magic button. Keep going right there, touch it, touch it, touch it, and we could get a stoppage here.
Well, you're not wrong, but also it could work the other way to your detriment. You could be looking for that spot so much that now you're throwing one punch at a time. You're looking just for that. You're not doing the other things. You're not using the jab to set it up. You're not going to the body. And maybe you actually allow your opponent to survive longer because he could see that one shot coming. He could avoid that one shot.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. He scored well after being hit himself. Cotto's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Teddy, the Cotto family has kept it in the family as Miguel has been trained by his uncle.
And you know where that served him? It served him in the way that he's with somebody who's familiar with him, somebody that cares about him, someone he's comfortable with, but also a little buffer. It's not a father, so it's not quite that emotional.
Nice work. He can't handle this nature too much. Come on, keep it up. Let's get on that swelling. Get the compress on that.
And round number 3 is underway. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
How is he taking these kind of shots and just dismissing them? What a chin on this guy.
Yeah, well, what a neck on him. Look at that neck. I mean, it's about 19 inches. That is the shock absorber. But the rest of it is he's seeing it. He has good vision. He sees the shots coming, and he's making up his mind they're not taking him anywhere.
Get out of the way from those.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. What a shot. Big hook comes in. That's just like a little love shove right there. Just a little love shove to give yourself some room.
Get it out, get it out.
Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own.
Well, let's talk about the difference between Miguel Cotto, the version that we saw at 140 pounds, and the version that we saw in recent fights at 147 pounds. Because at 140 pounds, he actually started to have some troubles with his chin, and then seemed a little sturdier at 147.
Yeah, you know, it's funny to say that because maybe he was killing himself, weakening himself a little bit to make 140. So even though he stepped up, he was feeling a little stronger. And don't forget, the smaller guy's a little faster. Maybe they were able to find his chin a little more often.
Blocks that punch. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Right back to it upstairs. 10 seconds remaining in this round. Able to dismiss that body shot. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Cotto able to get away from that punch, able to block it there. Miguel Cotto is not putting forth much offense at all. Now listen, I get it. You put forth some offense, you got hurt, you were stunned in this fight, so now you're strictly thinking defense. But at some point, he's got to change.
Yeah, he does. Otherwise, he can't win this fight. And his opponent is just going to keep coming like that ocean, banging into that shore, and it's going to come further up the shoreline. It's not going to go away.
Miguel Cotto's career was really like a rocket, just shooting right up the rankings with an undefeated record and claiming a 140-pound title in 2004. But had a little bit of trouble maintaining the weight at 140.
Well, he's a monster at that weight. I mean, he was huge. I always wondered how the heck he was able to maintain that weight.
Nice strike after catching one by Miguel Cotto. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Miguel Cotto. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Cotto's favorite punch is the jab, and tonight he's loving it.
Well, the jab is the table setter, Joe, and he set a beautiful table tonight. Napkin on the left, you know, small fork on the left, knife on the right, and the food right in the middle. And he's eating all night.
You taking some English etiquette classes?
You getting hungry?
able to get away from that headshot with the block. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. 10 clicks of the top. He scored well after being hit himself. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. It's got the look of a fight that's going to go the distance. But I'll tell you this, Teddy, it'll have lots of action right to the final bell.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling this is like a throwback fight, and these are the mentalities of these two fighters. If you told them it was a 20-round fight, like the old days, a 30-round fight, they would somehow find a way to go the distance.
Blocks that punch.
Use the jab.
That hook was well off the mark. It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to great places.
.90 seconds to go here in this round. Cotto showing some defense with the block.
Protect yourself.
We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Side. Come on, side to side.
Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Final 10 seconds of this fifth round. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Swelling is not. Almost done. You had him that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep busy. Being competitive. No. Search yourself.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. targeted counterpunch by Chico. Oh, and there you go. Miguel Cotto's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now. Keep busy.
Just missed scoring with that punch. Halfway through this round, parries that punch away. Crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Chico. That's a good block by Chico. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. Really fun-looking fight so far here. We've reached the halfway mark. Teddy, your impressions as to what we're going to see in the second half of this fight?
More of the same. I don't think these fighters know how to do anything, at least tonight. They came here with this mentality, and you know what? You can't really change gears at this point. You're going to see more of the same.
Nice one. That was good. Yeah, this one.
Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even, closely contested bout throughout. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Miguel Cotto is making me real curious here, Teddy. I wonder, should he be sticking with this style after being rocked in this fight?
It's still early enough. I would say yes. You know, you don't want to panic. You don't want to just throw everything overboard. You want to stay with what brought you here. Hey, he's been taught this not for hours, not for days, not for weeks. You know, months and years he's been taught this. You don't throw it out. You stay with it.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Cotto's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Halfway through this round here. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Very nice defensive guard there. Doubling up the jab now. Cotto able to get away from that punch, able to block it there. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Excellent counterpunch by Chico. Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go. Targeted counterpunch by Chico. End of the round here. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. It's turning out to be a very good fight because it's very competitive. It's one of those fights that's really hard to score.
Yeah, it is hard to score. It's going to be up to the judges now. Hopefully, they've been watching the way they need to watch, and they're competent enough to make sure that it's not just a matter of who's throwing, but, you know, who's really landing.
All right. Let's work on that cut. It's nothing. The cut's nothing. Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing. Just focus on the cut.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Miguel Cotto is not showing us that he understands just how effective he can be if he went downstairs against his opponent.
Yeah, well, you know what you're saying, Joe? You're taking a peek and you're taking a swipe without meaning at his trainers. Because what he's telling you is he hasn't been taught some of the rudiments of boxing. That when you hurt a guy, you should go downstairs to finish him.
A nice block by Chico. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
Distance such a key factor always, Teddy, when it comes to defense. With his good foot movement, he's been keeping that distance. His opponent, how does he close that gap properly?
Well, first of all, he's got to use his jab to close it because he's getting picked off coming in. He's getting pot shotted. So he's got to have something coming at his opponent that keeps him distracted. Use that jab. Now, don't use it conventionally, Joe. You're jabbing at the head, you're not finding nothing. You're just finding space. So jab a little lower. Drop the sights a little bit. Jab at his chest. Just so you touch something, and then you can work your way in. You can start to find them a little.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Solid counter punch by Chico. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Well, this round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. This is one of those fights, Ted. It just feels like to me where it's going to be tough to really score. I mean, it's been a close fight.
Yeah, it's a hard fight to score because you have one guy maybe a little busier, but the other guy makes up for it because he's a little heavier with those blows. So it's a matter of maybe the taste of the judges, what they prefer.
All right. Let's go on the cut. It's nothing. Let's get on this one. Get the compress on this.
Yeah, we flatten them. Pockets got fat in them. We ain't got cap in them. Statins on the map in them.
Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight. Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. Trying to go downstairs, but off target. And there's the left hand working well for him again. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Good counter punch. Just missed with that punch. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Cotto showing some defense with the block. Got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head.
Keep circling. Don't stand in front of him. Get the compress. All right, you look great. Just don't go crazy in there. Boxing smart, my man. Can work on that cut? Nothing. The cut's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Good looking counter punch. hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Miguel Cotto. Right back at him with a left hand. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. He's able to land consecutive shots. Well done by Miguel Cotto. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Pulls the trigger fast. We come to the end of this round. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Boy, it's a very closely contested fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been, Joe, but it's going to be up now to the judges. Hopefully they have their eyes wide open because they're going to have to look really closely, not just at the action overall, but who's landed the cleaner, more effective punches.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it, Doc. There's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. He'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and he'll take care of the swelling.
And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way. Miguel Cotto's got a cut just under his eye, and that's actually good news for him. I know it looks ugly, but that's better than being above the eye. Good defense, just covering up down low. Miguel Cotto's been stunned.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now, keep busy.
Keep your hands up. Back to the body.
Blocks the headshot. Able to cover up that gut. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Counter punch by Chico. Miguel Cotto has got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. You can see there's blood on his cheek. Good way to protect the midsection. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. End of the round here. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. It's turning out to be a very good fight because it's very competitive. It's one of those fights that's really hard to score.
Yeah, it is hard to score. It's going to be up to the judges now. Hopefully, they've been watching the way they need to watch, and they're competent enough to make sure that it's not just a matter of who's throwing, but, you know, who's really landing.
Deep breath, stay with me. I'm more to win this fight. Listen, I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots. You understand me? Let's see some defense.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
He is not going to be allowed to continue on. He was taking on much too much damage.
That was a matter of time, Joe. Actually, I was looking at the corner. They were starting to sneak up the steps because if the referee didn't stop it, they were ready to stop it.
Chico's your winner by TKO. Teddy, another impressive performance by him.
In every way, defensively, offensively, and finishing up.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe.